Kids, no.
It's a mimic. It's a mimic.
Come play with us.
Woohoo! Live from my basement. It's Thursday night. Woo! Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome to Dave's Maginations. Dave's Maginations presents a Varinka Anthology, Shadows and Chains. And so, as we've been doing lately, our good friend Noel has been leading us, and I will let him do the recap.
Oh, crap.
You typed a bunch of it in this text message.
Yeah.
I was just reading it.
So,
at least where
as
we left
I
off.
remember it, we left off triumphantly. PR on the brink of death gets a surge of energy from this ghost-like buck.
I think he was past death. Not on the brink of.
He was in between.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
He was killed so many times over, but yet his
Not dead yet.
what
He was so angry.
yeah.
I think you need to come up with a term for what you were, Ken.
All right, I'll think about that.
And so, cut to pieces by arrows, he still managed to stay alive, attack, and put down Ranjit, the captain of the guards, or the captain of this crew, and he then lifted him up 40 feet into the air by flying. Arrows puncturing him, doesn't care. Flying porcupine, grabs this lifeless looking Ranjit and drags him up, I think it was 40 feet. And that's where we left off. And then we had Soraya, who had withstood a Finger of Death spell, despite her best effort to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
And she has found herself not cowering, not slinking, but strategically removed herself from combat so that she probably will heal herself the next turn. She did, in the process of strategically relocating, she was able to cast synaptic something.
What was the name of
Synapt-
that spell?
Yeah,
was
synaptic something.
Was it? I don't think it was
I've used
synaptic
it.
static.
Synaptic static.
Static, yes, synaptic static.
I thought
That's
What
what
was
it
it
was.
bef-
I'm sure that's what it was.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't remember a lot. Last time it's been so long. Like
I just
what did
watched
we
it.
do?
It was a
Couple hours
sixth
ago.
level spell.
I know I also cast the one where I called out Ranjit's name and like it was the
That was earlier on.
Yeah,
that was early on.
That was
Okay.
the earlier one.
Yeah, the last 5 moves was Soraya cast the 6th level spell. Let's see what I do.
He did.
I freed the people in the mirror.
Yeah.
Vernon was breaking the window and moving the moonbeam.
And the
PR,
Cheshire Cat
PR
over
grabbed
here.
Ranjit and went up, and the last action was Parducci's up. So Parducci is the first
So PR is done, and now it's
Parducci's turn.
producing.
Well, we should bring up the battle map. And I don't know that Parducci's going to do very much here, though. Let's see. This one?
You see
That is not the one.
this porcupine
This
of
is
a
the one.
barbarian flying into the air past the tree
If
branches.
you have,
Hold that, as I didn't
Fantastic.
quite absorb it.
I cast the healing spirit, and I think only maybe one turn since I cast it.
All right. So here's the map, right? Parducci's somewhere over here,
It was the last thing you
right,
did.
on the wall.
Yep.
No, she was in.
you're in the
That was
tree.
the
You came
ghostly
back to the
buck
tree.
that-
Yeah,
Right.
but it wasn't this closest tree, I don't think. I think
No,
it was like
yeah, so-
some
10
tree further
turns.
away.
Okay.
And what did I see?
you would see this barbarian,
Oh yeah.
porcupine barbarian, filled with arrows,
Oh yeah. Before comparing
Carrying
Oh
Ranjit's
yeah.
carrying
Heaved up body.
Ranjit's lifeless body up into the air.
And
This has
Bardussi.
definitely gotten way beyond whatever you thought would happen.
Bardussi a little bit dismayed. It's like, I didn't think we were supposed to engage. I thought we were just going to watch, observe, and then I see PR get riddled with hundreds of arrows or whatever, and still die. They stood back up and then flies in the air with all these arrows in them, and I'm thinking, how many? I thought I had 9 lives. How many lives does this guy have? And we still, or Perducci, has no idea where Varinka is, and
You did observe and
No.
grab something. I think when PR grabbed it, you observed that because you were close enough.
okay.
I think we talked about that.
Well, Ranjit kind of reached for something, and PR noticed it. But when I rolled, I didn't roll well enough to see it.
That is true. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
but that was that part. If since then, PR has taken something from him.
No, he grabbed him instead. I think.
Yeah.
That was what he was. We asked Ken if he was going to grab the device or the box,
All right.
And he grabbed the whole
but he
body.
decided to just grab the whole body.
What did I cast?
Is it clear to me that
relatively
Raji
bland.
is dead? Limp,
Limp, bloody,
bloody.
bruised. I mean, swollen
And
in
Ken is
spots.
flying, holding him by the scruff.
I'm assuming he's holding him by the scruff. He could be holding him like this, for all I know. But
Yeah. So I think Perducci is going to hold an action to follow, at a distance, follow wherever PR goes.
Okay.
So if he flies out of the camp, I will start to make my way out of the camp.
So, like the closest shadow within 60 feet.
Yeah,
maybe.
reasonably, safely stay concealed. But if he starts to go a direction, I'm gonna loosely follow him.
Do you have any limitations to the shadow teleport?
Yeah, there is, but I'll observe him.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your held action, bonus action.
No, that's what I'm gonna do.
Next up would be Vernon. Oh, wait. Did you go?
Oh, I cast
would
the
have been
healing
next.
spirit. I don't know where.
Well, you have
how far we
you
got
have
through
the
the
order, right? Who's next in the order?
Did we get through
So
the turn?
I have PR, Vernon, and then Parducci.
Okay. Did I miss someone?
Well,
And I do remember you did the buck,
The healing spirit, yeah.
that
and
was the
then-
last thing he did.
Yeah, then we get through the whole.
but that
everybody.
was before he flew into the air.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
And then
it
it was,
has to be that you're up next. And we got it out of order just a little bit.
Yeah.
well, actually, if I go backwards
by-
in the order from where we were, if we skip wizards and soldiers, Soraya
It's sort of
was after Perducci, then me, Viltor, then him, barring anybody else.
yeah, they're
any of
12
those.
and 4. So
So technically, if we're skipping wizards and soldiers, which were after Parducci, if we skip all them, then the next one in line.
Which we really should.
PR was the last person to go. So the next person on your list, the players' lists, should be Vernon and then PR. So Vernon would have gone first. So no, you wouldn't be up. You would have done your stag.
I did my
Then
thing
it
to
would have
heal
been
him.
his turn.
Then it's
Then
Parducci.
So I was out of order. I had it wrong in my mind. Then Parducci. So we're back at that big long circle just to tell me I was wrong. All
It's
right.
all right. It's important to understand where you're going.
Yeah, Parducci just went, so that leaves now the fighters,
Right.
the mages,
All
and
right.
then to follow will be Soraya.
Correct.
All right. I'm rolling to
Now,
determine
can we
how
have-
freaked out the soldiers are now that a barbarian with 12, 15 arrows sticking in him.
Probably more than that.
Well,
I,
those
I
are-
thought we were in the 40s.
Yeah.
they rolled a natural 1.
I don't know if that spell is usable at various levels, but you called it as a 6th level to put 34 points or whatever you rolled.
It was the targeted one on 34 points on the one guy, right? I'm pretty sure it was Rylithim's Lance that I cast, not Synaptic Static.
It was a 6th level spell. It was aimed at Ranjit.
Yeah.
It says, my notes say, psychic power at him,
Yeah.
intelligence fail, 34 points of damage, and incapacitated on Soraya's next turn, and you stepped inside the window.
Yeah, that would be Rylithim's Lance,
Okay.
Okay.
So you fried his brain.
basically.
More or less.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, fighters.
So, natural 1 for the group.
Nice.
And I rolled to see how many would be freaked out. And I rolled all of them.
What? Really?
So, yeah. I rolled a D8 just to, and like 5 at a time. So I'm thinking 40. So I just times it by 10. So all of them. They all just start freaking out, banging into each other. Some of them start heading towards the jail up the hill, and then they realize they're going the wrong way. There's no way out of there. They turn around and they start running back towards the only exit. Meanwhile, the rest of the group is already heading that way. So if you want to move them to the edge, they're going to use their run and dash to they are.
We could probably do
Yeah.
theater of mind at this point.
Yeah.
They're in full retreat.
They are. However, just so you guys are all aware, and Parducci would know this explicitly, there's a whole nother horde coming up the hill, coming into that entrance, maybe next turn. I said 1 or 2 turns, a couple turns ago. I'll give it one more turn.
So all of the ones with the white backgrounds we're
Yes.
talking about are all heading for the exit.
Yes, all the ones around the tree. The ones down
Okay.
here, they were suggested, so
They're probably,
I don't know how long did that goes a minute, right?
yes,
We're
but like
probably
they would
coming
have
in turn
rolls.
7, turn 8.
They would have rolls every turn to.
So you're ready to let it go.
So by now, I think we can say it's probably been enough turns that
You
they
tell me you
probably
drop
all
it, and I'll
saved.
We
Well,
will
no,
consider
they've probably
them.
all saved by now. Is what I'm saying.
All right.
So
All right. Well, then they can be all moved off temporarily. Just put it to the side because there's a whole
If your
nother horde.
confusion lasts for more than 3 rounds,
call a doctor.
consult a Wiccan.
And meanwhile, the mages are yelling, "No go! Stay here and fight!" They're not having it. I mean, between everything else, there's a ghost buck flinging around, prancing around. There's
Someone's taking
There's
their
a
leader, Ranjit,
40-foot
in the
giant,
air.
fire giant
And he
over
also
there.
screamed some kind of bloody murder, like
Like, they'll hang
head
in
was
to,
about to
to a certain
explode.
extent, but they've reached it. I mean,
This is above my pay grade.
yeah, exactly. It's a lot of that. You know, they're willing to follow the leader, but it only goes to a certain.
Yeah, but the leader's 40
extent.
feet in the air.
Yeah, exactly. Lifeless.
And he's
and
dead.
there's scream bloody murder, and then
And they're afraid of the mages,
Passed
but
out.
now they're afraid of
Yeah.
you guys more than they are the mages.
Yeah, this is
So
Xerxes.
there's
pincushion barbarian balloon.
They're on contract, right? They don't need to be here any longer than this. I would say those guys down there, they will try to engage the fire giant until they can. We'll give that a couple turns, and then we'll realize it's not, and then they'll be trapped.
And they realize Soraya is standing in the middle of it.
Soraya, you inside the building?
Yes,
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
She
Is that
stepped
how
in the
they-
window.
Oh, I thought you went
because
through the
I
back.
was standing right here,
And then I thought you went around the back.
and then I went inside the window
Okay.
to basically get cover, hide from.
Yeah,
the-
I must have
Yeah.
skipped over that part. I would have jumped around a little bit. All right, so that's them. The mages. Oh, great. I don't remember how many. Remember which one's which. There's the one that's blind in the dark. And who was it that put that darkness? Was it you?
Yeah.
And You're keeping your concentration, I assume.
And it's centered on that one.
No, I
Yeah.
attached it to like his belt.
Yeah,
So he's
It's
stuck.
going with him.
He's just ill prepared to deal with that. The other one is gone from the map. You didn't happen to grab it by chance. There was one here.
There's this one.
There was this one, and then there was this one. This one's the
This one. There's a third one.
yeah, that one right there. So it's off the map. So I'm assuming.
I think we killed it. That was the cleric.
Let me look at the list here. No, that's not the cleric. Is it? No, that's Red Wizard. There is a dead wizard. So there are 2 dead wizards.
So I have a little mark on this guy. Does that mean he's dead? It might mean he's dead. I got a mark on this guy. It might mean he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
I got a mark on this girl.
The order
I
of the
think that's-
wizard is the order of the scribe wizard is dead. That was the one that was over here. So he's gone.
I don't see
And then-
any that I grabbed any. You know what? I know for a fact that I removed the cleric from the map because someone asked me about it later. Because you.
Oh, I joked about it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
cracked a joke about it.
Right. There's one wizard left.
Yeah, that's mine. That's kind of
And
befuddled.
he's working his way around in circles, but he's going to.
Oh yeah, I joked that the DM had removed so that we couldn't search the body and find all the
Yeah.
super secret, hidden, powerful stuff hidden there.
Trying to find the last wizard here. Oh, there he is.
My grandson had his first dinner in a high chair today.
Nice.
Sad how exciting that is, isn't it? Alright. Yeah, he just can't do anything. Alright, he's going to take out a potion and drink it. And that'll be his turn. Ranjit doesn't seem to get a turn anymore.
He's
dead.
incapacitated.
He's
isn't he?
dead, Jim.
Oh, yeah, he should roll a death save.
He's mostly dead.
I understand.
Or he
PR
is
carved
dead.
a V in his back and like cleaved him to pieces.
Oh, okay. So your thing was incapacitated, and then your took
Sure.
him to town.
Yeah,
Best of my knowledge.
yeah. Between the 34 points and then whatever PR hacked off of him,
All right.
that was
Okay.
enough to.
Next up is Soraya.
Okay, so I hear a commotion outside, but I'm gonna continue on with my plan, which is catching up with Vilter, because you are, at least if the map is correct,
I'm Vilton.
Vernon.
you're Vilter, you're Vernon.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Where are
And
you?
I'm in the building.
you're in the building. Okay,
I'm by the
You're
door.
still in the front. Okay.
catching up
You can
with
do that kind of
Vilter.
This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll do first, is I'll use my movement to, what's that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30-ish, what catches me right up next to you.
Okay.
So I'll just move myself, like, here-ish. Like, how do we get out of here? What's the plan? Obviously, like, we don't have a game. We don't know
Yeah.
what else is
Yeah, right.
outside.
We've not become players
Right.
in this game.
It's all on impulse. Action, reaction.
I have a fly spell. Like, I can fly away if needed, and you can.
I can transform and fly
Transform.
away. So
Okay.
I'm thinking fly away.
Okay.
And well, once we have a better understanding of what's going on outside.
Okay. Let's stick together.
Okay.
We've split up the team a little too much, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Okay.
are kind of cast to the four winds here.
Okay.
But I'm all for,
Hallelujah, die and die.
you get to come back another day.
Yeah. So I'm thinking as soon as PR has Ranjit like handled, we swoop in, like grab Ranjit and like try to fly and like clear everybody out and get out of here.
Sounds good to me.
Now for my action, I am going to use my healing ability. So I'm going to expend one healer's kit, and it's a 1d6 plus 4 plus the number of hit dice, so that's 15. So what was that? So if I do average, so it's 3 plus 4, 7, 15 is 22. So I heal myself for 22
Good choice.
Okay.
hit points. And that's my turn.
That will bring us back to the top of the order with Vilter.
Right. Okay. You want to stick together, you say? Well, I think we need to know what's going on outside.
Yes, I agree.
You know, Vernon just jumped out the window.
Right.
Hey, where are you going?
And he's the green circle up top, is that?
He's the one.
Yeah,
just-
yeah,
yes.
the black.
Yeah, black and green. Okay.
Black base.
All right.
So if that's a window, maybe you saw me.
Right. So, yes, I would like to go to the window and look out the window. Because last we knew, there was a crowd of people out there. Is
Yeah,
there
you,
still?
could, you could see Vernon.
And not a lot of other people.
I mean, I would assume
yeah,
that
and people running away.
Right.
we heard a commotion when the crowd like or the
Ah,
Yeah,
freaked
you'd hear
out.
like a riotous.
yeah
Oh, get out of here!
yeah.
All right. Right. Okay. All right. So I see Vernon.
He's a lich. He's a lich.
Yeah. Right.
Why isn't he on our side then?
Yeah, right.
All right. So. Well, I can see Vernon, and a lot of the fighters are leaving. Well, this is good news.
If you stuck your head out the window, you could also see the barbarian 40 feet in the air, holding Ranjit's lifeless body.
Okay. God, then I do that. I'm trying to get the lay of the. What's the
I would
situation?
assume that you'd reach out the broken window. And
Yeah. And it looks like PR already has Ranjit in the air.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe now it's just a matter of communication.
Right. So, but I don't know where anybody else is. Well, okay. Moved, looked, free action. What to do from here? It's a little early to transform because I gotta make sure we're all going in the same direction. Let me check my sheet.
A 40-foot flying porcupine barbarian.
Yeah,
It's pretty convincing of, hey, we need to get the heck out of here.
Yeah, I mean,
Not you guys, them.
but everybody's leaving,
soldier
so that's good
standpoint.
news.
I mean, they've seen some stuff, but that's got to be pushing the limit.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. I don't want to. I'll ask Soraya. Do I unbar the door with the chair, or do we leave it blocked up? We're gonna go out the window when we leave.
Let's just go out the window.
Okay. All right. We're going out now.
Does
There we go.
the
Am I
window,
using my action to get out the window?
Oh, it sounds like
it's
we're
a free action to jump through the window.
Okay.
Well, this window needs to be opened, and then
It's broken.
Oh, this one is?
Broke it.
Yeah, Vernon smashed it going out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the free action.
That's right. I went that way.
I said it was a free action if you break the window.
Yeah. I think we're in the let's get out of here phase.
All right, so then I will go out the window,
5'10".
and I want to go to the left a little bit because I don't want to be like
15.
sure. And I moved across the room, so that's plenty of movement.
And you would see to the right, the constable and two of his deputies are running down the hill. They're probably within 2 turns.
He's probably wanting you not to leave without getting his date.
Might have trouble collecting on that at this point.
Okay, so I think I've used up all my movement.
I wasn't here for that, so
Oh, yeah.
It was totally Soraya.
Yes.
So you used your
And I will.
You got pimped out.
sheriff, wanted criminal, match made in heaven.
Bad girl.
Okay. Hang on one second. I just want to check one thing.
I'm just really curious what PR's going to do.
Yeah.
With 1,000 Zentrum chasing him from down below.
Well, it sounds like a good number of them are fleeing.
They're running away. He's not worried.
Okay, 500 chasing you. The other 500 fleeing away.
Yeah. We're not going to let that concern him.
You've already got 100 arrows. How many more can they put in you?
Exactly. They're just going to start ricocheting off each other.
There's not much room to.
His armor class increases by 1 because of all the arrows.
yeah.
So where are these guys? You said the
Coming from the distance.
Oh, from the gray. Okay.
Yeah. So up the hill
Up
is the
the hill.
jail.
Okay. All right. But you said they're still a couple turns away.
Yeah.
All right.
And if you take an action to look at them closely, I can give you some more.
No, we're planning to leave, so I don't know that I'm too worried about that. I was just trying to decide whether I needed to hold an action to launch something.
You would know there's a wall right there.
Yeah.
Right.
You can
And
stay with
probably
30 foot.
some amount of safety on the other side.
Right.
At least
Woods.
even if it's temporary.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Did you guys at least establish like a rallying point before?
Of course not.
That would require planning.
That would be a plan.
Yes, we did.
we did.
We sent the wagon at the crossroads further up the road.
That's right.
Okay.
It's true.
Did we say we should, if we got separated, we should meet there? Not
But
exactly.
individually, you all know. That's where the cart's going to be.
That's
The job goes wrong. What away we got the job.
All right, so Vilter, you
Yeah, I'm
holding an action.
gonna let's see.
May yell, hey, we're leaving.
Well,
We're out of here.
I've talked with I haven't talked with you.
No, I was.
You're doing oogly boogly.
He's trying to save the barbarian who's now flying. 40
Yeah,
feet
right.
in the air. Does your ghost follow him, or does it stay where it was?
I can't. On my turn, I can move it,
All right.
but for the moment, it's
Does it
still on
fly?
the ground where I conjured it.
Does it fly?
Well, I think so. It just says move it 30
Why don't you
feet.
investigate the
Is it a ghost?
capabilities? Yeah, it's some ass.
It's
Well, careful. What
a
exactly is it?
spectral something? I'll read it.
Yeah.
Spectral beast.
All right, I'm just going to
Turn into a bird and get out of Dodge.
Yeah, but we're not supposed to split the party.
Unless, well,
We're not.
Okay.
Technically. You're
Right.
flying away with your buddy Barbarian.
Okay. All right. Let's see, what do I have on my list?
That's about 5 turns with that darkness, right?
I was just looking that up.
All right. So yes,
It's probably an hour.
on the advice of counsel, I will use my
minutes.
action to
More than
wild.
enough.
Affinity.
I will use my action to wild shape into a giant eagle,
Okay.
and well, I can't move again, right? So,
Right.
do I want to turn into an eagle right here?
Have you used your action?
That would be the action to
Right.
transform. I'm not
Then you
sure-
don't have a bonus action.
Not-
Your character doesn't have a bonus action dash. That's usually a rogue thing.
Right, right.
Yeah.
All right, no, that's good.
All right, I'll just.
Transform on the ground.
What's that?
You can transform on the ground.
Well, that's my thing. I know it's
you
an
don't.
action, but then if I change, I can't go anymore, and I don't want to be a bird on the ground.
Who can't talk?
Right. So
Wait until next turn.
wait till next turn, and how far away are they?
I will allow you to hold your action to transform into a bird at the beginning of your turn, or prior to the start of your turn.
There you go,
Okay.
and then still have all your whole turn next time.
All right.
There, that's nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
It's like magic.
Yeah.
Use that interrupt right before your turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So that's Vilter's turn. Next up is Vernon.
Okay. So it's a spirit, and it just says you can move it 30 feet, so I'm assuming you can fly. How high in the air is
He's 40
Barbarian?
feet, I believe.
Oh, well then okay, well, I can't help him.
You can move it closer to him.
Yeah, I
can
don't,
put
is he
it-
still moving up, or he's holding his altitude?
Can.
He's holding out. He raised up.
Yeah.
So on his
Yeah.
turn, he's raising up.
6
So
seconds.
his next turn, he could be continuing to raise up. You don't know.
Okay.
He could hear you if you yell.
Yeah. Okay, so all the soldiers around the tree are booking it.
Yeah.
Yep.
These guys down here, are they all still heading for the giant
Yeah.
monstrosity?
Yes, they're heading.
So they're not paying any attention to me.
Yeah, they really didn't observe the flying barbarian.
Who's the dude by the stairs?
That's one of the soldiers, the captains.
What's he doing?
Befuddled. He's coming to. He's gonna follow the rest of them.
Okay.
Where's your spirit at?
It's underneath Ken.
It's already it was there. It's already there. If you look
Oh,
right underneath Ken,
okay.
you see a stag.
Oh, that's the healing spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 10 feet away.
Okay. So my bonus action is to move it 30 feet up, trying to catch it up to him. And I don't know, did you yelled something or whatever when you came out the window like
Form
We're
of a
getting-
giant eagle.
"Hey, let's get the heck out of Dodge.
Yes.
All right.
It's time to go.
Then
You start seeing him do his transformation.
yeah.
I'll hold the last little until it's time.
Yeah. All right.
So
I
that's
will.
Bonus action to move that spirit, or an action.
Yes, it's a bonus action to
I'm
move
just
it.
trying to keep it clear.
And I got something else that's also a bonus action, but I can use my regular action to do that.
Not always. Unless it says you can.
What is it?
If it says
wild
it takes a
shape.
bonus action, then it takes a bonus action.
I'd say wild shape you can do as an action.
Unless the DM says you can.
That's something a normal druid would be able to do as an action.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but for some druids, it's a bonus.
It's a
action.
bonus
Right,
action for
right.
me.
He,
That's
at
a-
his level, I'm sure it's a bonus
Yeah.
action.
Which is a boon, which is a benefit.
Yeah.
And it's a sacrifice to use your whole action. To do
Okay,
it.
you
yeah.
can do it as a bonus
nice.
action, so I
There you
would
go.
imply I could do it as a regular action too.
There you go.
So yeah, yeah, I'll do it. Now. So I will.
Anybody gonna talk to the flying barbarian? I'm waiting for that conversation.
Head for the cart.
Well, they're
Yeah.
all kind of far away.
They're close enough that if they yell,
Go to our secret location down the road.
So I will yell to him, "Touch the stag and then get the hell out of here!" And I will move my 30 feet west. and
Somewhere there.
make a little jump and for above, giant eagle. well, oh. Except one of us should grab Soraya, shouldn't we?
She said she could fly.
Oh,
Told you specifically. Yes.
okay. We don't know where you are.
You're not too concerned
We
about
lost
No.
track of you. That's true. You can sneak around real
Yeah,
good.
she's.
So we just gotta
Cart.
get our flying pincushion out of here. You're okay. Yeah. So it's okay.
How do you stop a flying raging barbarian? Very careful.
longbows.
I tie a rope around him and pull him.
He's a balloon.
Yeah.
Trap him, yeah.
Yeah, you'd think that would work, but it didn't.
I just see this mob of Keystone cops, right, with a big dust bowl around them.
All right, that's good for me.
All right, so the next
So
up,
you've transformed.
I have transformed into
Okay.
eagle.
we're back to the flying barbarian. What do you got, Ken?
All right. The flying barbarian is going to charge after the giant eagle.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And maybe do like a 10-foot dip down to
you
get some
go.
healing before
There
departing,
you go.
if that's still there.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
going to have to carry. Are you carrying Ranjit?
Yes.
might slow him down.
I think he's holding Ranjit by like his neck.
All right, so that's going to slow you down half speed.
Yeah. I'll move a dash.
Okay. So you're going down 10 feet to
Oh.
touch the stag. And apparently you get how much healing?
17.
So you heal up 17.
Nice.
And then you go back another whatever was that was down 20,
It'd
right?
be
Down 10, up 10.
It's double. I'm counting it double, right? It's half.
yeah. So I've got
You know what?
80 feet of flying.
I'll give you full distance down to the stag because it's gravity. It's not you, right? I'm being generous.
So you're about here. If that's 60 feet, do you get more than that?
I get 80 total, so
So that's 40 total.
minus 20 to get down to the thing. So
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
yeah,
Good enough.
that seems good.
All right. Now it is their turn. Another natural one for the fleeing group. It's a rally. And then the other group that's being hit, they did not.
Convergence, the crossing.
Yeah, so they're banging into. There's like a clash at the gate between the two sources. So there's confusion. Another turn of confusion. And then Ranjit's unconscious at the very least. Roll a death save for him. He passed that one. He failed the first one, so it comes down to the last roll. Unless you guys want to stabilize him.
It might take us more than a turn to get out of here.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh.
So that's back to the top of the order.
Oh, question.
Mages.
No, the
Question.
mages are dead. One's, the
Can
ones
you
that-
control who gets healed when you goes through the healing spirit?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a great question.
Hmm.
I have a feeling it's target.
You can cause the spirit to restore.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it's elective on your part.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna say you chose not to heal.
To that creature. When a creature goes into its space, you can cause this. I can cause the spirit to restore points to that creature. So it sounds like I could pick and choose.
Even though you're an eagle, we'll just say that's true. But it would have been a little funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wakes up.
It could, hey, you
Don't worry. I have a plan if he wakes up.
do it.
It's called drop them.
Yeah, just trouble.
Exactly.
Well, do
Why
we
do you
want
think I'm
him
still here?
alive? Well, actually, I might because I don't know where Varinka is.
True.
Maybe I want to give him a dribble of healing so he doesn't die and keep him alive.
Can you choose
That-
how much you?
No.
That would be your choice, and you usually have no influence from anyone else.
It would be 22. That's what you gave him, right?
17.
17. Sorry,
Yeah,
That
I guess-
seems fair.
it would be 17. I mean, If it says
I love
you
it.
can,
Odds.
if it says you can pick, how
Yeah.
much you choose, how much of it, no, I don't care. But
Oh, so I've just seen him hanging limp, and the barbarian kind of went
there you
ape on him. So okay. Evens, I heal Ranjit. Odds, I don't.
I love it.
go. All right.
Odds. Nope.
No. All right.
Heads, he lives. Odds, he dies.
Now you
Waste
brought
of-
a
waste of a
Arnold
19
Schwarzenegger,
battle.
which made me think of Commander, the movie Commander. I don't know
Okay.
if you guys Commando.
Oh.
And
I was
he says to a bad guy, he says, "Remember when I told you I would
I'd kill you last?"
Sully?"
That's right. You did, Matrix. I
I
lied.
lied.
How old were you in the 1980s?
Yeah. Right.
depends what year. It would be a negative something.
I'm sure it's
You were
early
watching
90s
Rambo
movie.
movies when you were 3 years old?
Something between -2
Sorry
and
for the segue.
negative 12. But
The,
no, I was
soliloquy.
thinking of.
Yes.
That's right. I,
I
love
know-
a good movie reference.
Tangent.
Come on.
The
Yeah.
tangent.
I know
my
he
jam.
didn't. I didn't know he didn't say it, but in my mind I was thinking of it was one of the Rocky like villains, like what's
Pity
his
the
name?
Fool.
No.
The Russian.
Big
The Russian
Russian dude?
yeah,
Oh,
big
if he dies,
Russian.
he dies.
Yeah,
Dolph
exactly.
Lundgren.
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, exactly.
After Apollo's like bloody on the mat.
I will break you.
I must break.
Yeah. So we are
What's the name of the
back
actor?
to
Dolph Lundgren.
That's it. Yeah.
PR, right? We just finished with Vernon. PR.
Okay, but I want to understand. You said mages are dead, but one of them drank a potion. So
Yes. It's the one that's in the cloud, in the black.
Oh, in the black.
He
Okay.
can't do anything. He can't go anywhere. He can't get rid of the darkness. He's in it for the long haul.
Okay.
And he realizes
I just wanna
he's
make sure
just
I
out
got
of
it. Captured.
He could throw lightning bolts in random directions.
I imagine he's just like sitting like against the wall, like pouting. Like
All right. So
He's
it's
feeling the walls so he can go back to his bunk. And
Well, he's hearing all of this.
Yeah.
where's
stuff
my
going
spell
on.
book? I want my spell book.
Kill the fire giant. What the?
Okay, so it's Soraya's turn.
Yeah. So, no, it's
no, there's
PR's turn after Vernon's.
yeah, PR hasn't gone yet.
So it's now up to the flying
He said he-
barbarian
he
who
said
just
he was-
moved.
PR is the flying barbarian.
Yeah,
Right.
he's just moved.
But it said
so
he
then
he went after
it's,
him.
it's down to Parducci.
Yeah, I'm following.
All right.
And if I can't shadow step, I'll pull my hood up and go invisible.
Okay, so I assume you're going to follow them.
Yeah.
Point of order.
Okay, sorry.
What?
That's not. We did Vernon.
Yep.
PR said, I'm charging after the giant eagle, half speed. We
Yep.
did all this
And he
hoopty.
moved
Okay.
made his movement.
Right? And then it was fighters. They flee and clash.
Yep.
Ranjit, death save.
No, I didn't say anything about the.
I should have been before PR. And I
No,
have.
you don't go before. You go after.
Oh.
The soldiers, they go after Parducci.
Yes.
And I didn't do anything with the fighters yet.
Okay, so then.
That was last turn.
All right, so hang on. Then it's.
We're just moving fast now because people want to get out of here.
I mean, you can hand wave if you think we're gonna escape.
Yeah, there's something cool. We'll probably do one more turn here.
All right.
Unless you guys go.
I think that's fair because I haven't cast yeah.
Yeah, you haven't made your exit strategy.
Right.
Okay, so the thing that I was missing was the whole. Ranjit was the turn after PR, then Parducci. No, but even that doesn't.
Ranjit did a death save.
Yep, I got it.
Yeah.
But then we were missing you.
And I think I held an action to follow, and then so I held the action when he moved. I started to follow. Then my turn again. I continued to follow.
Okay.
All right, and so that'll just be my turn.
Okay, so
And then we got-
Parducci's following.
So Parducci follows. Then we got
Now the soldiers.
right flee clash.
And we said the cross and the confusion.
Right.
Yeah. That was
Mages.
last turn, but it's still. That was last turn. If they.
We've got fighters and soldiers, I think, that were maybe.
You can see that the group is getting it figured out, and the ones that are pushing in are winning. So now they're starting to convert hearts and minds back to fight. They feel like there's reinforcements. Maybe there's a chance now we could double our efforts and maybe take this thing down.
Maybe twice as many arrows will finally kill this.
Yeah. There's a consensus building.
Okay, who's next?
And then Ranjit rolls his death save.
Where are you? So you must be way at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll go like last. Or close to last.
Yeah, so next up is top of the order again with...
No, Soraya goes.
Oh, Soraya, yeah.
Bottom of the
sorry.
order.
Yep, sorry.
So, she will step up and... Okay, he's not in front of the window. We'll step through the window, grab her lyre. She will play Freebird and cast the fly spell.
But she's going to skip right to the
Yes.
chorus, right?
Just skips all the faff.
The fast strumming.
Yeah. And casts the fly spell on herself. There you go.
That's your action.
How far can you fly from there? You move, let's say, you probably move most of your normal movement to get to the window, through the window, and to here. Maybe a bonus 5 feet if you wanted it.
That's I think a question for the DM. So that's what? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, it's my movement took me that far.
Yeah. So you don't get any more movement?
I don't know. So I get 60 feet of flying speed, but if I've already used all of my movement for my turn...
I'll give you 20 feet of flying.
Okay.
So you fly 20 feet up.
I'll go, 20 feet up.
Ish. Okay.
All right. And just then, you sense something like an ominous thing happening. And what happens is you look up and you see 40 arrows, flaming arrows flying overhead. I'm gonna say that PR. Give me a dexterity saving throw and don't roll low. They're gonna be.
Would this be an effect I could see?
A what?
Would this be an effect I could see for purposes of my advantage on dex saves?
Yes. You'd be flying towards these arrows that are coming at you.
So where are the arrows coming from?
They're coming from over the wall. Sorry, they're coming from over the wall.
So arrows are coming from
Where you're heading.
the left
You're
side.
trying to escape off the left of the screen, and the arrows are coming in. Flaming arrows are coming in towards the soldiers.
through our airspace.
Yes.
Basically.
From the west.
PR is really the
Where
only
we're
one
heading. Okay.
high enough that he could be in danger.
Okay.
You're still not high enough.
Okay.
I hate to be a wet blanket, but he is carrying someone.
Yeah.
That's a 12.
All right. So
Well, I guess the question is, does he have partial coverage?
I was thinking disadvantage with the dex save. But
no, I'm going to let it go because you would have had extra time to see it. That was a 12 with advantage. Wow, that's pretty low. Yeah. So
Dex saves are not his strong suit.
the bigger question is, right? What is the flaming arrows coming from the way that we're fleeing? Just keep that in mind.
So which way is Varinka flying?
everyone's
Varinka's
flying off
still-
to the left.
She's right here.
She's still away.
Oh, Varinka, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. You can keep her there. Just she's off screen.
Stayed right.
So that happens.
Did he get hit?
No, he did not.
Okay.
He narrowly missed. It was just going to be a 10 to survive that.
Phew.
Yeah.
Back
And,
to the top of the order.
The tree was already on
with
fire, right?
Viltur.
One of them
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
So
Now it's more on
we
fire.
agreed that I would transform and take
Yep.
flight. So I'm
So
going
you
to-
are an eagle right now.
Yep.
Giant eagle.
And I guess yeah.
What's your guys' fly speed? It's a lot faster, right?
I'll tell you here in a second. Have it on my cheat sheet. I can fly 80 feet.
80 feet.
Ooh.
Question in your hearts and minds now should be: is that friend or foe?
Enemy of my enemy. So it's 40-ish feet to the wall, probably another 10 up and over from whatever flying. If you take a low flying plane.
How tall is the walls around here?
30 feet.
Oh, okay,
I think
maybe.
it was 30 feet. It was,
Yeah, whatever. I don't remember exactly. It doesn't matter. You
It's
may
not
have
insurmountable. It's
Reasonable
not,
for a fortification. Yeah.
defensive, yeah. So if you come over at 10, you have 20 feet up over 10, and you'd be 10 feet down on the other side if you take a very low flight plan.
Right.
I know my fly speed is faster than my
And that's just your
walking
80
speed,
feet.
so
Right. Can I fly dash?
Yeah, certainly.
I don't see any reason why not.
Because I don't want to be
Well, it's not action.
a
You can decide that from the top of the hill, the top of the.
Yeah, well, you might not want to commit to that until you get over the wall, if that's where
Right.
you're going, and see what's on the other side.
right. Okay. So get me over the wall, I guess, so that I can see. Because I don't want to be an easy target for some. Oh, hey,
Well,
hey,
you're
let me
just-
shoot at that too.
All they know is they see is an eagle. They don't know what you are.
Right.
Right, I know.
So what you'll see as you crest the wall is about 30 rangers dressed in, ranger outfits.
Right.
They're not
Runners.
armored. They're
Right.
they're all carrying nice bows and they've got flames. They're firing.
So you get to about here, you'd have like 10 feet left
And
of your first 80. So then it's a question: where do you want to dive down? Or do you want to veer to the north or
stage
south?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're readying another
Yeah,
volley.
right.
So they're to the west,
And you
and
did
the wagon is
off in the distance. It's miles away,
in
Northeast, I believe, right?
how many miles?
north and east.
How many miles specifically?
with that.
2.
Yes, 2 miles sounds about right.
Perfect.
So wait, we're flying west, and the wagon is
Well,
north.
Yes, well, the
You're
wall,
going the
the
quickest
wall
way out.
to some protection is right here.
Yeah.
As opposed to the rest of the town in the other direction.
Yeah.
And a hill and the
And a
jail.
constable
goes
and whoever else.
North.
So I will.
Do you want to go over the city map? And maybe that'll help him,
Yeah,
everybody get their bearings.
that's yeah.
So you're
That's the
right
wall to the
here,
outside.
in that smaller
Let me-
circle.
Activate it for Ken.
So you're in that smaller circle up on the left.
Which
Yeah, right
there's
there.
lots
Right.
of circles.
Yeah.
Point.
That one right there. Yep.
Yep.
We're in that
This
circle.
one right
So
here.
that wall in the west is really northwest.
Okay, and that's just getting us out.
And you guys are gonna be down.
The wagon's
the
over
wagon's
there.
that way.
Okay.
Wagon's probably off map.
Yeah, it's off map.
Way over here. Way over here. Miles.
Where?
A couple miles
2 miles northeast.
northeast.
Okay. So the answer to the question is I've crested the wall. I've got, what'd you say, 10 feet left or something?
Yeah.
So I will drop down 10 feet. So I'll take that first 10 feet and drop below the height of the wall.
Good news is if we follow this map, which I think you would, there's a couple trees right here.
Yep, right off there.
Yeah, true.
And I assume that these rangers are kind of like in the edge of these forests.
Yep.
Yeah. Just give my. We are a large beast, so you're not just an eagle sitting in a
No,
treetop.
no, I know.
You're
We're giant.
What's large?
Large is 10 feet.
Okay.
Medium is 5 feet. Large is 10 feet.
Okay.
So
Maybe triple the size of a real eagle.
Yeah. Okay. You ever seen a harpy eagle?
Yeah.
It's like a map.
Yeah, it's considered large.
All right.
All
So
right.
you flied over, you crested, you came back down, and then you're doing what?
Well, I was gonna bank north to get away from these guys. I don't want to be
Bank
in their
north.
line of fire.
Yep.
Um,
Sounds reasonable. You don't believe you're the target.
right.
They do.
I don't know how
surprise.
far-
The eagle or giant eagle just came over.
I guess the point is I appreciate the offer of the near tree, but I don't know that I want to be in a near tree. I want to be away
That's where
from.
that's where the ranges are too. So
So if we say these are the two buildings of the previous map, this is the building you would have been coming up this way. You
Yep.
would have gone over, and this tree would have been right,
Right
there.
there.
So you die out 30-foot tree. That seems reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Trees are often 30 feet.
Right.
So
You would have seen it. You could
Yeah.
duck to the left or the right of it.
Yeah, I want to go
Or just
right. I
over
want
it.
to go.
Yeah, so you start heading north.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just wondering how much cover does a 10-foot bird get out of a 30-foot tree?
Yeah, right.
A tree, maybe not. The woods,
All right.
sure.
So you bank right. You're starting to climb up the hill.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, but that was just your move. You're going to continue your dash that way?
Yeah, that was the question.
Oh yeah.
I thought that's what you did.
Yes,
another
and that's
So
what I want to do.
You're doing another 80 feet.
Yeah.
All right, so you're probably up here somewhere.
Yeah, you're definitely up there. So it seems that Vilter escaped over the wall. Who's next? It would be PR.
Vernon's
Oh, I'm
back.
sorry, Vernon. Man, I'm looking right at you and I said PR.
Okay. So similar, I think I'll go to the top of the wall.
And you
I see all
that
the flames and
line
all
of
those guys.
Rangers. They're getting ready. Just as you crest over, they're pulling back.
Okay. How far is it from the wall to where they are?
They are near the tree line, that bigger tree line
Yeah.
across and behind the 50 feet.
Like
Yeah,
here.
yeah, like there.
That's 50 feet from the wall to the trees?
This
No,
50
that's elevation.
No,
This-
that's just
Oh, it's elevation.
Yeah, so climbing up a hill here, and whatever the spur is, that's
That's
interesting.
the title of the hill.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I read.
I like it.
How far from the wall to the woods where the Rangers are?
Excellent.
I'd
question.
say 40 to 50 feet.
Okay. So I'm going to use my fly and dash. I'm just going to fly and actually fly over their heads and just
Okay, so you're
into
just
those
gonna
treetops.
keep climbing and go over their heads. Okay.
But I'm going to, I mean,
He's going into the
Your
woods
turn,
where
I
I went
could end
this
up
way. He's
behind
going
him.
straight out.
Yeah, you're getting over them.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. All right.
Oh, it's
Don't poop on them.
Yeah.
that's actually not a bad idea.
So that's your turn. Your
How
action.
big's a turd from a 10-foot
Yeah,
bird?
it looked like he moved his
I
dash.
might put out for
Move
the
dash.
fire.
Okay. So next
Yeah,
up
move and
is
dash so I end up
PR.
behind him.
Now we're to PR.
Okay.
You're a little bit farther
I'll
away.
move
than
my
this. You have
I'll move my half movement, and then I might have to give up this whole carrying the body thing. So I will hoist him up by the scruff of the neck, so I can grab the pouch that he was glancing at. That I think somehow magically holds Varinka.
There you go.
Okay, so that's your action because you're doing this while flying.
Might want to
Yeah.
double confirm before we
Dump the body.
dump the body.
I don't think we're in a position to
Yeah.
double confirm.
No, and is he still raging?
He is raging.
So I don't know. So how rational are
Yep.
you when you're raging?
Not much.
I
He's
don't know.
got him by the throat and he's grabbing the pouch. That's where we're at.
What happens when it isn't
Yep.
the pouch? And
And then I'm going to also use him as a shield.
Okay, so you're gonna come over the wall. Are you gonna reach the wall even?
He won't reach the wall.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
Yeah. You
So he knows another volley's coming up. He holds up the body with one hand. He holds the body up, and then with the other hand, he reaches for the pouch, and he holds the body out as a meat shield. The arrows he knows are going to come.
Okay. That's your turn.
Correct.
All right.
so if someone helps him carry the body, can we have full flying speed?
That would be helpful. Yes.
Can-
Someone that's faster than me.
Sure.
To simulate this, I want you to get the heaviest book you have in the house, and hold it straight out in front of you until your next turn.
All right.
So
I got
Oh,
options. I
crap.
got a lot of books around me. Here.
Unabridged
What do you want?
dictionary.
You want a cookbook?
Something nice and fat.
You want
Joy of-
Dune?
War
Joy,
and Peace.
Hardcover edition of Dune.
Joy of cooking. I
Oh.
know that one's a big one.
Hardcover edition of Dune. That's got to be pretty thick.
It is not. It is not the joy of cooking, sadly.
Oh,
I'm mostly kidding, but I think that's funny.
what's your flying speed?
To PR.
60.
To PR.
40 feet.
Oh, 40.
Well, half of is that?
Half.
Oh no.
What's your full?
That is my normal speed. So 80 if I dash, and then halved because I'm carrying someone. So
Okay.
back to 40.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that's your turn. Moving on to Parducci.
Yeah, I'm moving to the wall.
Well,
There's no shadow though.
Is Ranjit Doing another death save in here somewhere, or where are we at? Oh, okay. All right. Producing.
And
Just check.
All right, we're going with a cookbook and a photography book.
Parducci pulls up her hood when there's a clear thing, and she starts moving, dashing to the wall. She has the climbing speed, so the wall's nothing to her.
You're at the wall.
All right.
Seem fair?
Climbing speed is the same as my movement speed. I climb this, and I flip over it.
All right. Yeah, so you had a pretty far run to get from that tree, this back tree here.
Yeah, sure.
She was following the barbarian earlier.
I was following the barbarians.
Yeah, she hasn't been stuck over there the whole time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll say you get to the top of the wall.
Those
And
are tiny books. Come on. That's the best you can do.
That's why I went with 2.
all right, so
They're both hardcover.
What are they? Picture books?
I
Come
said
on.
the largest book he could find, so that's what he found.
all right.
Well,
Square versus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
You
Versus
take
area
the
or
biggest
weight.
book
Wall.
you could find, yeah.
And then that's your action, bonus action. You're invisible at the top of the wall, is what I see, or don't see. It is now Soraya's turn.
Okay, so I did a little bit of math, and
I did skip the soldiers, but I did play them out already.
Okay.
They're contested. They're still fighting.
so if I move and dash at 120 feet per turn, I can do 2 miles in 8.8 minutes, which is under the 10-minute limit for the fly spell.
Okay.
However, at PR's speed of 80 with a move and dash per turn, it would take 13 minutes. We're not going to make it. But can we, if Soraya helps, then can we move with a move and dash 80 feet per turn with the body of...
You can get to 80 feet per turn and no more.
Okay.
With the two of you doing it.
Okay. So,
He's got him hauled up like this, and you fly over and grab his feet, and just when you grab his feet, he lets go. Why are you holding him up like that?
hopefully not. Yes. So Soraya will
I want to clarify. You do know that last turn, arrows just barely missed him. Are you sure you want to fly up there?
we're trying to get out of here.
Yeah, all right.
So I feel like I've got enough health. Like we're gonna make this work.
All right. All right.
Hopefully. So Soraya will use her 120 feet of move and dash to catch up with PR, and which I think works.
I'm here to help.
Yeah.
And basically, yeah. Let's get Ranji's body out of here.
PR, do you have anything to say in response?
Watch out for arrows.
Well, you already grabbed the thing that
But
you
yes.
wanted from him, so I don't know if you wanted to say, we don't need him anymore. Or...
But that's true. I'm pretty sure I got what we came for.
Well, just in
As
case.
I hold up, I present to you, Varinka.
Just in case, let's bring his body with us. I'll help.
All right. I'm not 100% sure he's dead either.
Maybe we need biometrics to open it.
Yeah.
Put
So
your thumb on it.
what Soraya will do is she will grab around like his legs to like kind of support the body from
Lighten the load.
underneath.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Soraya's done. Top of the order. Back to Vilter. Flying Eagle. Turn north. Up the hill.
Right, spelling happen.
Oh, yeah. That happens right now. So I need the three of you to
Yeah,
roll
you're on the
dexterity.
wall.
Yes. You're on the wall. And the two of you are flying high enough to be caught by... So PR and Soraya, roll your dexterity saves for things that you can see.
19.
You got a dexterity.
19!
It's not what I want to do.
With my dexterity.
I have a +8 dexterity saving throw, so
So you got
19.
19, and what did you get, PR?
19 as well.
19 as well.
Perfect.
All right.
19.
I want to deflect missile. You can use your reaction to deflect or catch a missile when you are hit by a ranged attack. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 14.
I do have a request.
Holy crap.
Do not deflect it in our direction.
She's caught.
I never get to do this.
Yes, absolutely.
So
It's fun.
Catch it in her teeth.
Like, we're here, like, they all
when
miss
when
us.
you do so, the damage you take is reduced by 1, which I'm going to assume
Pulls a Loki.
is more. Even if I rolled it, it would probably be 20. Would be way more than right. So that would be an average roll. If you reduce the damage to 0 and have a free hand. I'm sure I have a free hand. You can spend 1 key point, which I'll do because I don't get to do very often. Make a ranged attack as with a monk weapon with a 26. I grab it. I spot some. There's got to be some.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of guys down here.
Guys
fighting
within 20 feet,
sure.
and I chuck this flaming. this arching.
Not the constable.
Not the constable. This arching flame comes at me. It's about to hit me, and just as it hits me, I take it. And anyone watching this would be what the
Invisible arrow.
I think like the girl at the parade with the flaming baton. You're like,
I grab the arrow and I kind of do a spin and I throw it at the first guard I see, and make a key point to make a ranged attack. A ranged attack. Looking at my character sheet, a ranged attack is +10 to hit. 18 on the die. There, that was fun. But I used my reaction.
And a key point.
And another key point. That's so true.
And you're still invisible?
It's still invisible.
But you know what I'll say? Well, it's not my turn, is it? It was their
Oh,
turn.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it was their turn.
Yeah. So after I come on down on the other side of the wall. Oh, you know, I'll wait until you guys get across. I was going to drop my concentration on the darkness. Yeah.
Good, yeah. It will be good to wait.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the top of the order with Vilter.
Right.
And then
You're flying. You're at the head of the pack, flying up the hill.
Ken
Right.
and I can just go on Ken's turn. For
Sure.
Yeah, well,
I mean, at this point, we can probably hand wave a lot of. You may have stuff to do, but the rest of us, I think, are just gonna.
well, I guess
Yeah.
Pretty soon they're going to pull away from you. So what's your plan to catch up with them? Just meet up with them.
Yeah. So, Viltor will go to the big tree above the spur word,
Okay.
near the top of the screen.
Yeah, this one.
Yes, that one. Perfect.
Okay.
So, I will go to that tree, and I will alight there and kind of look around like, where's my crew? Because I don't want to get too far away, because they might need help.
You would see them coming up the
Right.
them both carrying Ranjit.
Yeah, but they're being shot at.
Well, I think you would have noticed by now that the flaming arrows are not aimed at them. They're aimed at the inside of the compound, like the first volley was.
All right.
And I would like to, above the table, I'd like to get the point across that these guys are the Rangers, of, the Knights of the North, and they are taking advantage of the chaos that's already going on inside. Maybe somebody alerted them, but they see the head of a fire giant, and they hear commotion and fly. They see a flying barbarian, and they're like, "Hey, there's something crazy going on. Let's take advantage." And so they're firing into the compound where most of the soldiers are.
Okay.
Maybe it's an all-out assault. Maybe it's not. So, You're not going to stick around to find that.
Right, no. Nope. Okay, well then, assuming I didn't use all of my movement to get to the tree, I will
That's
So
a lot. It's 100 at least.
be missing. A button.
Well, he has 180 move and dash.
probably came off one of your chairs.
160.
Oh, sorry,
It's
160.
a button. One of these buttons.
No.
Oh, there it's yeah.
Yep.
The middle. Of the
All right,
deck.
so 100 of your 160 that's been used.
Okay.
You said you're going to alight? You mean, like, sit on the
I was going to land there,
you're gonna
but
perch?
yeah, I still think that's a prudent move. Just again, in case something else happens
Sure.
and they need help. I don't want to be so far out of reach that I
You're going
can't.
to wait to
Regroup.
Yeah, regroup the party.
So
All right, so next up would be Vernon.
He decided to go get a drink.
Yeah,
You're just gonna follow-
Taking the long. Yeah,
You
long
saw where
barrel.
he went, you're following him.
He found a
Okay.
bird bath and
So the next up
a
would
giant
Oh,
bird
and
bath.
somewhere along there,
PR
I
and Soraya.
lost concentration on the magical stag.
be
too.
PR. I'll let you lead. What do you? You're gonna just follow Vernon.
Follow the eagles.
Yeah.
And my
Or
movement,
eagle,
my
singular.
base movement speed is 45.
Okay. So 90 feet per turn.
That's pretty good.
It is.
And I can use a key point to do action dash, bonus action dash.
Yeah. It's pretty good. 135 feet.
Yeah. So we'll, if we can hand wave stuff.
Yeah. I think if your intention is to get as far away from here as possible, we can hand wave that.
So we will make it 1/2
I
miles.
assume once you get to that tree, you're gonna drop
Once
your-
everyone got clear of the wall, I was going to drop the darkness.
but not when the rangers can see you. Or do you not care about
he
that?
means
I said darkness.
on the guy.
Yeah, you're just
As soon as I get into the woods, I would drop my invisibility.
All right, so that's probably a minute and a half,
Yeah, sure.
just for your own record
Yeah.
keeping.
So I guess, how far can PR fly?
How long?
How long? How far? Yeah.
How long?
What is your restriction? Anything?
4 hours.
Okay.
We're just gonna hand wave it. You,
So the biggest restriction is
You,
is
10
me. So
minutes.
10 minutes. So we make it a mile and a half.
Which is, at our speed, that's forever away from the
Well, we can't make it all the way to the wagon's point. So we'll have to
walk.
land at some point and walk and carry the rest.
okay.
Well, we could. Well, I don't know. I mean, we could stay in eagle form for a while.
Yeah, unless you guys want to pick up the slack. One way or another, Soraya will have to walk half a mile
Right.
for the DM's knowledge
Yeah.
or purposes.
I'm a little confused. I want or clarify.
Sure.
Clarify. That's a word, right? Clarify. I would like some clarify. What do we do with Rajit's body?
Still
We're
being carried.
carrying.
Still being carried.
So now somebody's gonna carry it on the ground.
Okay.
Or someone else will pick up the slack and
Right.
carry.
And the body's still limp?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Ken
So
can
rigor
still fly.
mortis does not set in.
And
It's
as
only
Ken,
been
need to
10
walk.
minutes.
Ken will go even slower though if nobody's helping Ken.
Yeah.
So
We're not that organized. I don't know. Maybe the Eagles see him.
Well, you take a leg, Parducci can take a leg, and Barbarian can take the rest of the body.
sure.
As we're marching through the forest,
Barbarian hears that and says, "Okay, there's your leg. There's your leg."
Just then, a guy in a wagon goes by, seeing 3 people and an eagle.
but Parducci would say, "I think we're safe. We don't need to go all the way back to the wagon to see if we have what we need.
We could
Fair
stop
point.
here and check.
We should be deep enough into the woods. We haven't been following a path. We should be deep enough in the woods that if they started to search for us, we could certainly take 5 minutes."
Sure, let's do it. I don't know what you guys are doing, but the 3 of us are together and we'll.
I don't necessarily want to drop wild shape just yet.
No, but we could
Circle, right.
We can be circling and keeping an eye out, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, you can do what you want, but I'm like, I got 5 hours of Eagle. I'm not gonna.
Well, yeah, so why?
Yeah. So let's do this. So, PR, you said that you grabbed something off his body that you thought was what we need.
Yep. And I hold it up. Whatever it is.
I would like to do an
It looked like a small box.
I would like to do an Arcana check
Okay.
on it.
Go ahead.
Barbarians really proud. I know where Varinka is. She's in here. Right.
The Goliath. Is in there.
Yes. I rolled an 18.
All right. What's your question?
Oh, first of all, it looks just like the box that blew up in my hands.
It does look ornate and not a toyish, but
I guess that's
fancy.
more of a question. It looks very similar to the box that I had opened previously that blew up.
It looks fancy. It doesn't look like a toy. but it
The
looks
one I
fancy.
opened looked more like a toy.
Yes. All of yours kind of look like toys. Fancy looking toys.
I just warn you, the last box I opened had unexpected consequences.
It's a very good call. So here's my thought behind this. Is obviously this box is too small to fit a Goliath if there isn't magic involved. Soraya's assumption there's magic involved and it could be a trap. So Arcana check on, what is the box like? Does it seem like magically, like we can just open it up? Or is there a trap?
Is it mimicking?
Is it a mimic? That's kind of what I was looking for.
I'm looking for the mimic pie.
Yeah.
I could do a perception check or investigation to see if I detect an obvious trap.
So, specify your question. Sorry, I just need you to give me a specific question. I kind of like a vague thing, but give me a specific. What are you looking for exactly with your Arcana check? Historical knowledge of.
What is it? How do you open it or use it?
Okay, it looks like a box.
Yeah.
It has a little lock, and it looks like it opens top wise. With your Arcana check, you would know that this looks of quality. That could be a magical. It looks well preserved. It looks like it's been.
That's a hell of a belt buckle we have.
Oh, for the box? Okay. Yeah.
So, as you look at it, you can see it's very ornate. It has some runes on it. The runes indicate some sort of magical container, maybe. But otherwise, you have not tried to open it. You have not tried to, other than inspect it on the visuals on the outside. You see it's well preserved. It's high quality. And you can see that the runes indicate some sort of magical properties to it.
I guess I would be looking more for, is this a magical item that is, like with an 18, is this something that I would have seen before, know how to interact with, and know how to use as a magic item?
I can't tell you if you've seen it before, but I can say that you would know that there are devices like the bags of holding, or you can find dimensional spaces that can be incorporated into objects that can transform into a larger space inside.
Right. Okay.
You think, above the table. Think of the genie in the lamp.
Oh yeah,
shark-
sure,
the shark genie.
yeah. I get that. I guess I was looking more for, like, how do you use it? Like, do I need a spell, or is it just a physical? You open the lid and
They can be open. I'll
Yeah,
give you that.
yeah.
That's your last. I was looking for a specific question so that I had a specific answer.
right.
This, you would know that these kinds of devices typically have locks. They can have traps on them. They can be concealed within like other magics. So you may hold this box, but when you try to open it, another magic may happen outside of the magic of whatever properties the box has itself. You can conceal the type of magic that it is. There are a lot of properties that could be doing on this that are magical in nature. Multiple levels of magic on this. Could be, might not be.
I do have.
I might have oversold that, but I don't want you to think that it's necessarily.
How about you and I step back 100 feet and we just let the barbarian open it?
I was about to say of mage
Half
hand.
dead. The half dead barbarian.
How much difference is there really?
I can use.
How many
mage-
hit
I've
points
had a very
is it?
long day. I'm kind of tired now.
I can
Yeah.
use. It's just 2 hit points or whatever he has left.
Well, I don't know. Have you come off your rage yet?
Yeah, he's got.
Oh yeah, but I only had like 3 more rounds of rage.
That would have slowed you down a little bit too.
How many hit points do you have?
30 something, I think, with the 2 rounds of healing.
Oh yeah, he's fine.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Yeah, plenty. Okay.
Oh, exactly 30.
And we've seen he can't die.
He can't die.
You guys are investing in the box, and he's off in the corner like pulling arrows out of himself. Like splinters.
So how about I will use Mage Hand.
Pulls one out, the arrow tip is missing.
No.
Yes,
And
that's
PR, if you would place it on this rock.
Stump.
Stump,
Rock.
yes. And go tend to your arrows.
I would just mention, if it does explode, it will give away our position.
We'll flee if we have to.
Very good.
We have our friends keeping an eye for us. Okay,
Mushroom
so
Looks like we need a new barbarian.
so we'll back up 30 feet. Sarai will pull out her lute. She'll use her lute to strum
I
this.
wanna hold your hand.
No,
Nice.
yeah. To basically control, like it's obvious, like she's controlling the hand with her music, and she is it. So describe the latch mechanism, I guess.
So much like that latch, but it's got a key,
Slot.
and then it's locking the mechanism to come open. So there's a key, and
And we have the key.
do you?
You have
I
the
heard-
body.
I heard we had the key, so
No key. Not in the box, anyways. You're
okay.
not that lucky.
So like, I guess we need to investigate the body.
So freely, I'll tell you that you reach into this pouch and you find a string of keys. Guy's a janitor, for crying out loud. You go through each one, and
Okay, with the mage hand we go.
you
through
find
each
one that you think works,
Okay,
and the mage hand
turns it.
turns it, and there is a magenta poof that goes out around it, like an aura, and then you notice the latch
Okay, is the lid still closed?
is still closed,
Okay, mage hand will
Attempt to.
lift the lid.
and it opens,
Okay.
flips over completely, so it opens up fully.
Okay. Now, is this magenta aura something that dissipates, or
Yes,
is it? Okay.
dissipated?
We will give it 30.
Weird aura music.
Give it 30 seconds. Nothing happens.
Nothing else happens.
Okay. I think it's safe to approach. And Sarai will start walking towards it.
It's behind PR. No.
I think it's safe. PR, you go first.
All right, so you approach it. As you look into the
Thanks,
box,
very dangerous. You go
it
first.
is an unnaturally dark space. Like, you can't see the bottom of the box. It's black. It's like an empty abyss black.
Varinka?
No response.
PR. Why don't you stick your hand
Yes.
in that darkness? See if there's anything in there.
How about we use the magical floating hand that's not attached to anything?
Because I can't feel with it.
Are you lying to me?
I mean, I would tell me if I'm wrong,
I
but
would
I
not
don't.
lie to a flying raging.
Once it goes in the
porcupine
darkness, you
barbarian.
wouldn't be able to control it. You wouldn't know where to put it, where to take it.
Right, it's my understanding of Mage hand.
You have to see. It doesn't have any vision on its own.
With your 18,
And you can't feel what it feels.
you would know that this is probably some sort of dimensional space.
Right.
And
But
If
it's
Varinka's in
it's
there,
obviously
there's
a
only one way to
box,
find
right?
out. Yeah.
So we can't like.
Tell you
Well,
what,
you could get into the genie box.
PR, I will hold on to your belt just to make sure you don't fall in.
I mean,
Oh, thank
these
you.
things are
Thank you so much.
These things are notoriously dangerous.
You
right?
guys are healthy.
They may
Why are
not-
you making
They may
the-
not have oxygen, but if Varinka's in there, they gotta have.
Why are you making the
oxygen.
barbarian has 30 points do that? Why? What are you doing?
Because he can't die.
Apparently.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm
got
gonna
that.
take out one of my regular javelins that I never had a chance to use.
And kills Varinka.
And,
Stabby.
and no. The non-pointy end will start like slowly lowering it in.
And it disappears.
We should write a. Does anyone have any paper before we do this?
Sure.
Imagine somebody has some parchment.
Yeah,
If anybody
A
would-
bard writes down songs.
You've got those.
okay,
You've got those
fair
ID
point,
badges.
All right.
Forgery
All right.
kit.
Parchment and quill. Anyone?
You're assuming Varinka can read.
and is awake.
So, all right.
Yes.
Varinka, we have come to save you.
Better question: can the barbarian write?
No, Perducci will write it out.
Forgery expert.
Perducci writes out, Varinka, we've come to save you. Are you in here?
If yes, grab onto this thing and we'll pull you out.
If yes, grab onto this thing and we'll pull you this stick, this staff, and okay. And I'll attach it to the end of the pole. They'll stick it down there.
And no response.
If you're a horrible beast, never mind.
Disregard this message.
Alright. If we pull it, so okay, let's give it like 20 seconds. Pull it back up. I'm assuming
Nothing
Varinka
yet.
has not grabbed onto it. Does it look like it's been damaged in any way?
No. Just as you put it in there.
I put my hand on Pierre's
All right.
shoulder and I say, Pierre, I think it's time for you to try to get in.
The good news is it came back, right? It
Yep,
didn't.
yep.
It didn't
Yeah, right.
get destroyed or.
Yeah,
Will
exactly.
disappear up to the level of the stick.
It hasn't been eaten by acid. You know,
Right.
paper's fairly fragile. All right, gonna take a
We
deep
will
breath.
hold on. We will tie a rope around your waist
It's a
Yes.
good
Okay.
idea.
and tie it around a stump on this end,
Sure. Whatever will make you feel better.
or a tree, or whatever. Yeah.
So,
I appreciate it. All right,
So you do that.
all right. And then you stick.
then I take a deep breath and stick my head in to see if I can see anything.
All right. As you put your head in there, it gets incredibly dark, like you've never seen before. And just, I don't know, as far as you could reach, you see a dimly lit hall with torches lining this long hall, maybe 100, 150 feet. And there are some doors along the way.
Go towards the light.
Okay. Can I pull myself back out?
Yeah. You it's a little
Okay.
bit of a struggle. It does want to pull you in, but you pull yourself back out.
Okay. All right. I will give the update. All right. There's a whole prison in there, but there's torches, so I think there's air. And then I jump in.
And then I throw the keys in
That's
after
not
you.
to give it
Yeah. So we hand you the keys. Well, here's the keys.
And we drop it in after you. I hope he gets them.
Well, he came back out. Is what he said.
He's got still got
But then he
rope,
said he
too.
jumped
But then he
in.
jumped
Yeah.
in.
Oh, he jumped in. Oh,
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay,
didn't.
yeah.
I didn't even think to get the keys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we drop in the keys after you. Here's the keys.
So the keys fall in just after you onto the floor.
Now you have
Like, oh, okay. That.
probably like 40-ish feet on the rope
Sure.
before you'll have to untie yourself from the rope.
All right. Well, I will walk those 40 feet. I'm assuming not get anywhere close to where I'm going.
There's a
And then
door.
I'll,
There's a
untie
door
myself.
on your left about 20 feet, and about every 20 feet there's a door.
All right, well, let's check the first door. Maybe we'll get lucky.
And you do hear but you've heard undead before. It sounds undead.
And be careful who you let out.
Well, you at least know Varinka's a female, so there's that.
Yeah.
We did send in the person who's never met Varinka, right?
You probably don't want to open that first door.
He at least knows Varinka's supposedly a Goliath, supposedly a female.
It probably sings bass.
And he could call out her name.
Okay, so first door you probably don't want to open, but it's your choice. And then
So are these like bar doors, or do they? Is there any way to look in
They're like-
without opening it?
they're closed dungeon doors, but they do have like a hole where like somebody could pass food
Okay.
through or something like that.
All right. Well, we'll take a look.
It's
I'll
dark.
take a look in the first one. Is it dark in there?
It's pitch black, but you hear. "Roar,
Okay.
roar."
All right.
Maybe
Let's
he
go to
stayed
the
in
next
there a
one.
little too
If I
long.
pass one of torches in the wall, I want to light one of the torches I'm carrying
Okay.
so I can see. So then I can hold it up and try to see in the rooms as I pass them a little bit better.
Yep.
And then I think at this point I have to untie myself.
School, we called it
Yeah, you're approaching the second door on the opposite
Yeah.
side of the wall.
Yep.
Opposite side of the hall. Sorry.
He's got the hair
I think
for
I
it.
said the hall.
For sure.
And,
So you're gonna try that
Yeah,
door? You're gonna
Alright.
look in, or
I'll peek in, see what I see. Use the torch to shine some light in there.
and in that one it's empty.
All right. Moving on.
When you look in the room, right, you can only see
While he's doing this,
most of the room. Sure.
I say we throw in Rajit's body and we keep moving.
It's not a bad idea. However, we might need the rope to get them out.
We can throw. Okay, we'll carry the rope with us.
Well, yeah, we can carry the rope, and are we going to tell him?
He'll figure it out.
So we start pulling the rope.
Try to.
So you
I'm
notice.
falling 100 feet to the ground.
So, PR, you notice that the rope is pulling away.
So here's
But
what
when you look back, you don't really see the entrance that you came from.
So here's what we'll do. Write another note and pin it to Rajit's body.
But to be fair, we haven't accomplished why we went in the first place, right? We don't know. So I probably wouldn't have proposed that until I know for sure she's in there,
Okay.
right? I mean, that's why we stopped.
Right.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so-
I mean, we found a prison in a magical box on.
It seems likely, doesn't
It
it?
seems pretty likely.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. So we'll write a note and pin it to Rajit's body
Yeah,
that we'll come back for you.
yeah, yeah,
And then
All right.
put Rajit's body into it.
yeah.
Okay.
So you'll see-
Ranjit's body's at the end of this hall.
Yeah, just like Ranji's body like falls or whatever. Yeah.
With a
Okay.
soft squish.
So you guys continue your journey.
Do I notice that?
You notice Ranjit's body falling after the rope disappears, yes. And it has a note on it.
All right.
And I'll assume you'll walk back
I'll go
the 30
walk
feet.
over to it.
And we'll also assume the
Yeah,
barbarian
read
can,
it.
Can the barbarian read?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have made it to 15th level,
Okay.
even as a barbarian.
I'm assuming it's either in common, giant, or celestial.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
You
Common,
can speak it doesn't mean you
No, sorry, it was in Underdark or whatever.
no.
So,
Oh,
yeah,
darn.
you walk up to the second one, and you realize you can't. You can look into the door, but you can only see like 80% of the room. You're missing the corners of the room.
Doors and corners, man.
Yeah, doors and corners.
Okay. Doors and corners.
Clear your.
All
corners.
right. Well, let's unlock it and get a proper look.
All
I
right.
can
So,
always shut the door quickly if need be.
so you spend 30 seconds messing with keys to get the lock, and sure enough, the lock pops, and you step in, and sure enough, it's an empty room. But I just didn't want you to continue to think that you see the entire room.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. I leave it unlocked. I walk back to Ranjit's body. I grab him and I toss him in and lock it.
Very good. That was really smart. Yeah. So you do that.
And then I just continue on doing this check.
I just want to make sure I'm getting my point across, my vision across. So it's a very plain hall with torches and doors. That's it. Everything else looks very standard. Like if you were to walk down any hallway that looks similar to this, you would not know what's what, which hall you're in.
Is it all one hallway or they're branching?
Right now, all he sees is one hallway. It's about 150 feet long.
Okay.
And, you know, as he gets closer and it gets more lit, he'll be able to see more. When he gets to that 150 feet, gets closer to that 150-foot edge that he started at, he's going to see a wall going in two different directions. And there's a whole labyrinth, basically. Maybe you won't get that far, but... So...
Was that a threat?
That was a warning.
Well, maybe he won't have to go that far, right?
A heads up.
There, that's more positive.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
we
have
like that one.
Yeah.
This is like a prison for
All kinds.
slaves and
Undead, apparently.
yeah, anything that they feel they could have a use for. So that undead has some purpose. Yeah, so you lock him in the second room, and so now you're going to go to the third room. I assume you're just going to keep going down, right?
Yep. Until I hit a junction, and then I'll think about what I want to do.
So about the third.
Or until I find Varinka.
I'm just trying to do my math. How many doors will there be every 20 feet? 150 feet. That's 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you get to the third one. It's truly empty. Again, fourth one. It is locked, so you're going to have to unlock it, and you get to the end of the hallway. We're just going to skip to the end of the hallway. The rest of these are empty. You have a choice to go right or left. You look down the left, it looks exactly like this one that you just are leaving. And to the right, it looks exactly the same, 150 feet. And
Okay, I want to take my glaive and try to scratch the floor to make an X on the hallway I just came through.
okay,
So basically, marking the direction I have to go to get out of here.
yep.
Sorry, not an X, an arrow in the direction I have to go.
Can you give me a perception check?
I mean, I can.
Or perception roll.
Hey, it's even a decent one. 23.
What you notice is as you're coming out of the hallway you're in, to the left, there's a lot of dust on the floor, and you don't see a lot of you see no footprints. It's just a lot of dust.
Okay.
Whereas the hall you're in is pretty well traveled, and the hall to the right is well traveled. So you can decide, you know,
It seems like
the road less traveled or the road more traveled.
I'm thinking the road more traveled.
Okay. So again, every 20 feet or
Unless
so
it
there's a
looks
door.
like the footprints in the dust are, a day old, indicating they just brought it in.
Yeah. So you go down another 1, 2, 3, 4. You go 4 more down and there's someone alive. It's a humanoid. He looks pretty scruffy. As you look through you get the torch and you're poking it through. Hey, water. I need water. Do you go in and help him?
State your name.
Bilter Johnson. I need water.
Seems like a trustworthy name. All right. Unlock the door. I'll hand in my water skin.
he takes it almost not greedily,
Eagerly.
but like eagerly. He's desperate to have this water. I mean, he's just chugging
Be
it.
careful.
He's getting all over him.
Don't chug. Don't chug. You're gonna hurt yourself.
He's gurgling out of his mouth at this point.
All right, grab it back.
Yeah, you have to
Can't
grab
have
it
him
back.
hogging all the water. What if there's other people that need this?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I need water. And as you get closer now, you can see he's been without food or water for weeks. Maybe, water probably more frequent than that, but he's had it. But
Malnutrition.
yeah, definitely not been fed.
Yeah.
Taken care of.
Right. I'll give him. I'll break off like a quarter of a ration bar for him, so he can start eating on something. Okay, World War II. All of a sudden, people got a lot of food, and then they started getting sick. I don't want that to happen. So very little food, so he can get used to eating again.
Yeah, and I mean his lips are cracked, but he's totally trying to be less than gorging on it, but he's definitely very, very hungry.
That's good. Be careful. Did you happen to see a Goliath
Female.
come through here as the prisoner? Female Goliath in the last little while?
About 4 or 5 days ago. 4 or 5 days ago. They brought somebody in.
Okay.
I didn't get a good look at them. She was struggling. It was a woman. She was cursing them.
Sounds about right.
Well, that seems promising.
There was like 4 of them. She was a beast of a woman.
Yep, that tracks. All right. Good to know. Okay, so you got 2 options. You can either come with me, or you can follow this hallway to the fork in the road, and then follow the arrow, and then you'll eventually get to a wall that just has a... I can't remember if there's a rope there or not. Maybe there's a rope, but there's just a wall. Just wait at the wall.
Okay.
And then if anyone comes through the wall, tell them that I freed you.
He's going to thank you profusely, and he's going to go run in the direction that you said to go. He's not sticking around.
Okay.
This big guy with
Yep,
spears
figured.
sticking out of him freed me.
With splinters at this point. He's taking so many out. Anyways, so you freed him. He ran away. You're going to continue to search, I imagine.
Correct.
All right. That's 4. All right. So you go through the rest of this hall, and you see some dead bodies in 2 of them. Malnutrition looks like the main reason. And you get to the end of another hall.
Bodies in the cells. Okay.
Yeah, and you get to the end of they're in the cells. You get to the end of the hall, and there's another fork. To the left that is the one that's not been tread. Now that you know what to look for, I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Yep. All right. Well, let's make another giant mark on the floor,
Okay.
so I know which way to go. And then we'll start trekking down that way.
Roll me another perception check.
Uh, 17.
At the end of the hall, you see, as you look at the end of the hall, it's kind of fading light, until you get down that hall and it lights up enough. But you hear, like, clanking, like, of armor, and you hear, like, the lowest muffling of voices.
It's a very heavy sigh. All right, let's start going
You feel-
somewhat sneakily.
So there's more doors all along this hallway, too. Just every 20 feet, opposite side, there's a door.
Yeah, I think I will stop opening them, but I'll do a quick look in
Okay.
just to see what I see, and then because I wanna figure out what's making the sound before I spend too much time.
Yeah, so you go to the first door, you look in, there's nothing. The second door, you look in, and I want you to roll a dexterity check.
Dexterity check.
I'm sorry, save.
Hey, effects I can see?
No.
No. Well,
Meaning you're looking into a dark
What's that?
room
Bucket
with a
of
torch
water on the
behind
top of the
you.
door.
So I say you would best have dim visibility.
that's a 5.
Yeah. So you peer in, trying to see the extent of the room,
Yeah.
and a giant of a hand reaches out and grabs you, pulls you in as quickly as possible, and bangs you against the door. I'll allow a reaction
Ow.
at that point. It's
the
a
hand came
humanoid
through-
hand. It's
through
not
the
like
slot?
a bear or
It grabbed
some
him through the
beast.
slot and
Pulled
pulled his
him and
face.
slapped him against the door.
Okay.
Just to clarify a little bit though. Last I knew, Piara was wearing guard's outfit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Several holes in it, but yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of holes in it. So
All right.
I'll give you a reaction if you have something you can do to that.
Well, there's nothing I can do to that. I will just say, "Ow." Careful! I'm trying to help you.
I'll break your neck if you don't open this door. And you can feel the tightening.
Give me a second. There's a lot of keys. I just stole this thing.
You're a little short for a stormtrooper, aren't you?
You're a little big for a storm.
Yeah, a little big for.
Right, be quiet. There's guards nearby. I think. And then I'll try to open the door.
Okay. I'll say that you open the door with the lock, and the release is quick, and before you even realize that you've been released, the door is kicked at you. As loud as, it's very loud. And out comes Varinka in a rush and heading in the opposite direction of you. She didn't even wait for you to respond.
But would she pick
Break
up
up.
his glaive? Her favored weapon.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Is she heading deeper into the dungeon or back the way
She's
he
heading
came?
out.
Okay, the way he
Yeah.
came in.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way I imagined it, the door opens towards where you continue down the hall. The way out is the way that the door is opened up to. So she kicked him to the back and ran the other way.
So, right, okay. And then it sounded, I think Ken said something.
Oh, yeah, Ken.
Yeah. Varinka of the Gull Tribe.
And
I'm here to rescue you.
she'll get about 10, 15 feet.
How
but
do you
she'll
think it's
stop
going
and
so
look back.
far?
She'll stop and look back. It's like, who are you? I've never seen you before. I should say it with more feminine voice.
I'm PR Talavar. You have seen me before. You were on the Sea of Moving Ice.
What?
Yeah, they did know each other. Because
Piar?
I have been there
Remember,
before.
we fought the
Yeah.
champion of my tribe in order to go down into the lair of the dungeon,
Oh.
lair of the dragon.
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't. Maybe I remember you.
Were you so?
Yeah, that was
You're telling me you took the character of the one she fought way back when?
no,
Oh, okay.
no.
Just someone there.
This is the no one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
No
someone there.
Because that would have been pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, that's why I
This is the
thought-
one that had a crush on her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This one is a Christian. Yeah. So
Yep.
Nice.
she will say, "Okay, well, thank you. We have to get out of here."
Right. So if follow me. I'll start running.
All right. So we'll assume that commotion also brings attention, and you can hear a clattering, of armor chasing you, and you'll continue to run. You just know that they're behind you.
Yep. All right. So I will be pulling out my extra weapons. So I'll give her a javelin and 2 hand axes.
She'll take the hand axes. She'll skip the javelin for now.
All right. Well, if you change your mind.
Bob and weave.
Yeah.
We said we made it 1.5 miles of the 2 miles.
Correct.
So we're walking a half mile.
Yes.
A half mile should take us 10 minutes to walk.
Maybe less.
Something like 10 minutes.
Average person walks a mile every
2 to
15
3
minutes.
miles per hour. So,
10, 15 minutes
sure. Yeah, 10,
at a normal
yeah, at a
pace, and
normal
we're
pace.
probably hurrying a little.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes seems reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So after 10 minutes, you tell us how long they get. But after 10 minutes, we would probably stop at the wagon, get in the back of the wagon to have some cover,
Sure.
and open this up again.
What does Parducci tell her entourage? Are we moving? Are we staying here?
Prepare to depart.
Okay.
Post haste.
Yeah.
Now, we may need an anchor for the rope on this side. Is the carriage strong enough? Is there a place to tie?
We'll tie it to the hitch in the back of the wagon. Certainly it has a hitch on the back of the wagon.
Well, and we could use the horses if we have to pull.
Horses, we want the horses to be free to move.
Yeah.
We may be able to use the horses to pull the rope up and out, is I guess what I'm saying.
We want the horses to pull
The wagon.
the wagon.
Right. And the rope could be tied to the wagon and the
Yes.
whole thing just pull.
Yes.
If we need to pull people like physically out.
You've lost. If the horses are attached to the wagon, and the horses pull away, what is pulling the people out of the box?
The rope tied to the wagon.
The wagon is moving. We are in the wagon.
Right, but if the box is outside of the wagon,
Why is the box outside of the wagon?
if we need it?
No, the box is in the back of the wagon with us.
Okay. Well, you said hitch.
You,
So.
you can
Well,
throw it out of the wagon.
the back
if
of the
need be.
wagon has a hitch. We can tie it to the hitch to have some sort of leverage.
Yeah. And I guess that's what made me think we could use the actual wagon to pull if we
Yeah.
need to.
Yeah. We'll cross that bridge when we need to.
Which direction are you going to head?
That's an excellent point.
Let's head back
We
to
don't
town.
want to head toward
Town.
Zentrum.
Can you go out to the Dagger Falls general map?
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah, we need to activate that.
All right. So we are, if I drag this, we are like
Right there.
here.
Yeah.
And I would say, we don't want to go back and we don't want to go forward. I say we go north. Let's follow that tree line best we can. It may be slow going in a wagon, but I don't think we want to ditch the wagon either.
But your eagles can run point and recon, and if there's anything that pops out, we
Yeah.
can deal with it.
Okay,
Claw,
that's your plan. Go north. All right.
Because
We don't
We don't want to go
towards
to. We know that the city of Zentil Keep
That's,
and we know Teshwave are very Zent-controlled cities.
okay,
can you scroll? Can you pull the map
and we're pretty
Yeah.
down?
confident Varinka's in the box.
You would also.
It's a prison
know-
in there
Yeah.
There's
So,
a,
okay.
there's
that
a
we
place
found
to
on the
north.
body of
It's not on
the.
the.
Okay.
It's up here.
So, we're pretty confident. Worst case, his body's down there, and we can either
There's something
use
up
that as
there.
a bargaining
there it is.
chip or.
The Citadel of the Raven, which is on that map just above in that mountain range on the north side of that dragon's spine mountains, is the Citadel of Raven. which used to be the headquarters for the Knights of the North, but has been taken over by Centaurum.
Oh.
So,
Well, I'm instructing them to head north toward the woods and follow the edge of the woods.
sure.
Which is gonna, I don't know it, but it's gonna take us to Shadow Mantle.
But Soraya would tell you that's another stronghold for Centaurum.
Oh.
Snow Mantle is?
No, Citadel of the Raven.
Oh,
Yes,
okay,
but
yeah.
Yep,
I said,
you're
All
going
right.
to follow the Snow Mantle route towards the Snow Mantle. All right. Anything else?
all right. So that is the plan. That took us 10 minutes before we open the lid again.
Yep.
So however long it takes them to do whatever they're doing.
So you open up the lid and you see some hands come up on the railing, and they're dirty. Fingernails are all nasty. And what do you do?
Draw my weapons.
fire.
Sorry. You sense that they're struggling, like trying to, but they don't have the strength to pull themselves out.
Wrap the knuckles.
Draw your weapons and we will deal with it if it's a problem when they
I
come
mean,
out.
it's not like rotting flesh, right?
No.
But
Yeah.
it's definitely somebody who's not having.
Look, shall we help them?
I draw my rapier on your quarters.
Weapon in one hand and then help them out with the other hand?
Sure.
All right, we do that.
All right, so you help out Bilter Johnson,
Okay.
and he food, water, help, and he nearly collapses. Just the exercise it took and the strength it took him to get out took everything he had.
Who is this? Who are you?
Well, yeah. There you go.
PR sent me. That's what you told him to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Give them some food and water.
All right. So nothing else happens for a few minutes. Meanwhile, PR and Varinka are coming out as fast as they can. Yeah, you make it back, no problem, to the entrance, and then you pull yourself out and bring out Varinka with you. So this is the first time you all get to see Varinka. And, she looks a little worse for wear, bruised here and there.
Most of us had met Varinka before, seen Varinka, but not in a while. Actually, no, it hasn't been that long.
When did we ever meet her?
I'm
She
sorry.
was
We casually met her in passing as she was sitting at a table. And
well. We've seen her before. I guess my point.
You notice who she. You know who she.
We know who she
I
is.
say. I did overlook something very important, PR. Doesn't matter to what you've accomplished, but she is in manacles, magical, manacles. So she can't wield any weapon. She can have
Only
it.
we had
but
Christiana.
you guys, you'll take
All
care
right.
of
Well,
it right now.
Connoisseur of
hold this
magic.
axe, and then as we're running, I'll find a key. We'll stop, try to do it. If it doesn't work, start running next key, so on and so forth.
No, these keys these don't even look right.
Okay, then never mind. How durable do these manacles look? Do they look magical?
They're magical.
Okay. All right.
They're shiny and they
All right.
glow.
Well, I got people.
I'll
I
try
got
not to
people
break
who
your
can help you.
arms.
Yeah.
Well,
Be ready to
let's have
punch
to make
people if you need to.
cut right above the wrist.
Yeah, so you guys will climb out. You'll get her out. You'll attempt the manacles. There's no.
Well,
You've seen these manacles
Deadpool
before. You have
cure
a key.
wounds.
Parducci.
Oh, Parducci has a key?
Well, I don't know about key, but
Oh, yeah, you're not.
Parducci is the lock picker.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, you have to pick some locks there.
Glowing
Yeah,
manacles, maybe
yeah.
not.
so study the
I thought you
manacles
got the manacles.
to see if I am even able to.
Yeah.
And then I will attempt to do my pock lifting.
Pock lifting. Vernon
I mean,
Lockpicking.
I do have a pretty good.
will come and just do a quick flyover, just a.
I do have a pretty good sleight of hand, but I'm guessing Parducci has a better sleight
Yeah,
of
it's
hand.
only plus 15.
Yeah,
26.
I have a +8. You know, impressive,
Yeah, so
but compared to plus
It takes a
15,
few minutes, a few seconds, but you're able to pick it, and you see the magic release. They go dark, and she's able to pull out. And she, does this with her hands, and she feels good about having the ability to
I take
exercise
the
herself.
food literally out of the other guy,
Vilter's hands?
the other guy's hands, and the drink out of his hands, and said, "You've had enough for now." But I want
And he won't fight you. He's probably eaten half of what you gave him in that time.
At this point,
We're dead.
just to clarify, we're moving, right?
Yep, the wagon's moving. Right.
Wagon's moving.
And with this, the camera
Off.
pulls back, and the carriage rides off into the sunset.
With a
And-
couple of eagles.
With a couple eagles.
So this is that is exactly kind of where I was going to get. You guys are able to get off the road up the way. At level 15, you guys are pretty experts at finding your way out. You killed the bad guy. Well, he's still in the prison, so he could be alive, but he's in the prison locked.
Did he
That's the
survive?
cutscene while the credits are rolling. Is,
Yeah, do you want to
What's up?
keep going? Because I mean, I'm sure I could get re-engagement and catch up with you guys with bad guys, but this is a great opportunity to kind of like and hit roll credits.
And we saved her. Woo!
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Good job.
I'm very good. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes, well done.
For next week, right? We're all good for next week.
I think so.
Yes.
I would run
Yep.
our shoot, what was it called? The Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
The Dragon's Lair. So with the Dragon's Lair, I will kind of like we've done before. I give you 4 peasant character sheets, right? There's no class. You can whoever survives the Dragon's Lair can be your new character, right? And you can embellish from there what class, race, if you don't figure out during the play what seems good for them. and we'll do that. And then from there, I have 2 more adventures I'm working on that I'd love to play test with you. and so that will probably take us, I know you're missing some weeks. I know we're missing some weeks. So between now and September, we're probably going to miss. Well, when you're gone, I think we can continue to play, right? Because
Yeah,
you're just
so-
going by.
Yeah, so I'm here next week, but then I'm gone the 25th.
Right.
And then the 1st is Gen Con.
The first is Gen Con.
Okay.
And then the week after
Eight.
that is wedding.
Right.
And
Then
then
you're going Thursday, right?
Yeah.
You're traveling Thursday.
I'm traveling on Thursday. Right. So that 8th, is it? Is that the
Eighth.
Thursday?
Yep.
The 8th we'll be traveling, so we won't have it the 1st. We won't have it the 8th. You won't be here the one between then. So we have next week,
Have next
and
week.
then you're gone a week, and then we're off 2 weeks. Ken, I don't know. Are you doing a honeymoon or?
Immediately?
No, not at this point in time.
So the 15th. Will we all be back for the 15th?
Should be. I should be.
Of August?
I'm going to be in Portland, but I might be able to dial in.
Okay. Okay.
With 2
This is
people
so
on the
bad.
West Coast. 2 people dialing in from the West Coast.
You and Ken.
Or him and Ken, yeah.
Yeah. So we know that the 1st and the 8th are off. Right? There's no question about that. I'm out of town. It's not going to happen. Next 2 weeks. First week we'll play.
Dragon's Lair.
We'll play the Dragon's Lair, and so the Dragon's Lair. I could make it 2 weeks. So whatever we do.
Or start the new one without me and my character comes in later.
Well, whoever's left of your characters at the end of next week, you'll pick one of them, and if you have any left.
Are you going to give us the characters?
I will give them to you. They're not. They're super simple characters, right? I'll probably have 4 for each of you, and even some extras just in case.
So we need dice, but you'll give us like character sheets and
Yeah,
stuff?
I'll give you character sheets and stuff. And I'll send some to you, Ken, for you to use.
Sweet.
Thank you, Nolan.
Yeah,
thanks.
Good job, Noel.
And we were
Yeah, thanks.
very disorganized motley crew on that one.
So eventually you'll have your new.
It's the most hectic rescue ever.
So,
Ways to go yet.
and if you're targeting tier, so levels 1 through 4 is often considered tier 1. It's at 5. Something like that, right? So you're running another tier 1. Most, I would say 80% are tier 1. If you go look out there, then you have 10% are tier 2. That's levels 5 through 10, and then you have like whatever's left. Most of those are 10 to 15, and there's just very few that are 15 plus tier dungeons.
So are we doing Christians next? Is that the
No,
plan?
no,
Okay,
I'm
okay,
not
so-
He's not ready.
Yeah.
But Dragon's Lair I can run, and then my other 2, I have 2 others that I'm working on.
Okay.
The one you've kind of seen with the ghostly, with the burning wizard on the front.
I think we talked about this already. Another campaign. This is the Dragon's Lair going to be the start of another campaign, or
It's gonna. Be,
like the prequel to the campaign?
I'm not even gonna call it a campaign, right? I have
Like
some
it's-
adventures
That's
that
just
we.
a filler. The Dragon's Lair is a filler, and right? And then,
Whoa! I can have this conversation. Do you want a campaign?
I would love to have another campaign. However, I also feel like I would like to start over.
We are starting over, and we are starting over with with this Dragon's Lair characters, and I will eventually get to campaign, but we're going to run a couple one shots first.
Right.
And we'll get these level 0 characters up to level 3, 4 before I figure out if by then we can make a decision on whether I go pull a formal campaign or if I just figure out something for myself.
I think you should figure out something yourself. It is
Yeah.
so fun to make your own hook.
Yeah. So I think by the time I get done with my burning wizard, I think we'll be in a good spot for hooks and character development to see what you want to do. Yeah.
And there's a Mole Master, not a campaign, but a resource. It has a lot of information that you could use, and I would like to do a Mole Master, not a campaign per se, but more than a one shot. I don't even have a story for that, but
Mole Master.
Mole Master is a town, and the whole city. I should say a city. It's a city that's built around lawful evil, and so the whole town is bureaucratic around evil, and so everybody. It's a checks and balances of evil.
So do you play evil characters in it?
You don't have to be. You can be a neutral character.
it's hard to
In a
play
bad
evil
place.
That's an
characters.
evil
We
type
tried.
of show?
We tried it once and it didn't really work out.
Yeah, it was
People
hard.
more unscrupulous. You know, there are people who once you get in there, you have to pay to get out. Like you're captive to the magic is illegal.
So this resource that you were talking about, what is it? Is it?
Somebody built it. Like you're building with burning.
I've heard Mole Master.
Yeah.
but
If I can find it here. It's a great resource.
Mole Master.
Mill Master City. It's a
Spell
GM
it.
binder.
MUL Master.
So
But
go
all
to-
is one
Is
word.
it in the Forgotten Realms?
Yes.
It's in gmbinder.com. That's where I found it.
Also known as City of Danger, independent city-state in Moonsea region of North Faerun.
So I found it in the GM binder, and the amount of information is really good.
I can't hardly see.
It's in Metropolis.
Find is one more
Where's
down.
maps?
I don't see maps there.
That's because I should be here.
There's maps.
This is a good one. Moonsea.
So Mole Master's over here. Oh wait, oh, it's right there. It would have been one of the places right there. It would have been.
Oh
one of the
yeah, you talked about that. That was the one on the opposite side of the.
places. If you had reached there, we could have been there for weeks, easily. You would have guys been indentured servants to some.
Oh, that's why it clicked. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was the teleport to
Yeah.
that
Let's
moment.
teleport to Mole Master. Okay.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot of fun. I feel like there would have been a lot of stuff to do, a lot of unique situations to get yourselves out of. And Parducci would have been in heaven, I think.
Yeah. Would have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that could still happen at some point, but I don't think that's going to happen with
No.
with our new characters. Yeah. So I've got first Dragon's Lair, and then we'll deal with the Burning Wizard. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We have, and we're missing 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks in there. So this will take us through the end of August, probably.
And I think it's good to do like fillers and one shots because the next two, we'll call it 2 months is probably going to be a bit hit or miss. And then as the weather gets colder and things settle down and the kids go back to school.
They're back in school at the end of the month.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Then we can get back into like a real campaign.
Yeah.
Did you want to stop the stream? I don't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't even think about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
If I can figure out how to do it.
Well, I hope you enjoyed the one shot. The one shot.
Yeah, it was never intended to be. We knew it was going to span multiple weeks. And if my work hadn't lightened up, he probably would have continued. So, it was what we thought it would be. Right? So, Thanks for watching, and that's the end of our Varinka Anthology storyline. Until next time, next week, be sure to tune in. If you go back to the archives, you might be able to watch where I've already led a group of people through the Dragon's Lair, but I haven't led this group through the Dragon's Lair. We will start that next week.
Maybe you could even put a link in
Description.
the description.
Ooh, maybe I could.
Wow, look at you being all YouTuber.
Like and subscribe.
So that my many viewers can make the link. Yeah. Actually, I think I got pretty good viewing on that one. We're going to stop the streaming. Stop streaming. Yes.